I've been told I was next, but I want to go over there and make sure of that, and let everyone know at the same time. I wanted to be respectful with it, so I just went in there and was able to get in there, shake hands and congratulate him on an impressive performance, and just let the world know that I'm next. I'm ready and keen to get in there.
Do you recall what he said to you, or even more what you said to him?
To Ilia?
Yeah, in that moment, what you guys were saying to each other.
Just congratulated him. Congratulate him, and well, he said most of it on the mic anyway. Just saying, obviously great champion. I definitely deserve the rematch, and I just before he said that, I'm just like, we'll make that happen. Just sort of wanted to be like, congratulations. Just we'll make sure, just sort of let him acknowledge we're next, which he already did on the mic, and he was good. And then obviously just shook hands. And all respect, I know a lot of people, you're going to be unsure with how things are. Look, this is a business. Everyone knows how this game works. He does say some things, but he's a respectful kid. Look, we all know Ilia is good. I was picking Max. I thought Max would win. I was like, I think he's going to make it hard for Ilia, and even if he lands on Max, I feel like Max. Let's see if that invincible chin holds up. You know what I mean? So did Ilia show me anything new? Nah, that's the Ilia that I knew was always there. Anyway, he's always been good. So we always knew that he's got that punching power, and he's good at setting it up. So nothing surprised me in that sense. But to do what he did to Ilia, Max, that probably surprised me. Because I was thinking maybe that chin, because so many people have tried cracking that chin. I just thought, this is going to be a test for him, because he's probably going to go in the later rounds. He's going to, maybe his power might not be as effective as it always is. Let's see how he handles that. And he handled it well. But he didn't care. He would just be like, I'll eventually find it. So that's impressive. When things aren't going your way, but having that confidence to know that I'll eventually get there. But obviously he was happy. He was wrapped. His job was done. He didn't have to say too much. You know what I mean? He put on a performance. Now we could just I'm just going to enjoy him. So he seemed like in a pretty good mood. So he didn't have to try and hype up anything for the cameras. Maybe he's in a position now. He's like, I don't need to do any of that. So. I guess I was a little bit surprised. Like I said, we're good. You know what I mean? A lot of people are going to see things being said, but we're cool. We're all good. But you've got to hype up fights and whatnot. But yeah, I would have loved to fight around now or early next year. You know what I mean? But no later than that. That's just But again, I'm not in a position where I can just call the shots, especially make someone who just fought. For his title, make him fight sooner than he wants to. But hopefully he wants to be active and get back in there. We'll see what happens. But at least I know I'm guaranteed next. We'll see where it is. Remember, Madrid or a stadium or something sounds great. I'd fight in enemy territories. I don't think I'm an enemy anywhere in the world at the moment. I hope not anyway. But obviously he's going to have a massive crowd. I'm okay with that. I've fought enemy territories how many times? Been booed plenty of times. So it's that'd be huge. Imagine a massive event in Spain. It's just, when is it? Is that later in 2025? And I'm like waiting, 2 years before I fight. It's I'm not getting any younger. Everyone knows that. I've got one last crack at this title, and I'm going to put everything into it. So hopefully earlier next year we can make it happen. Right now, I'd say I'm waiting, because I'm not thinking it's going to be too long. And I don't want to put other things out there. If it's going to be a crazy wait, or if there's injuries or something like that we're not aware of, and then they want to do an interim or something like that, we'll see. But yeah, I think he's pretty healthy, and we could make it happen sometime early next year.
A year later, do you regret the Islam fight? Do you regret coming back so quickly after to fight Ilia?
No, I don't regret it. That's who I am. That's what's made me the champion I was. A lot of people think it's just a bad idea, but I mean, if you look at it going in, that's me challenging myself. Me taking on Islam. Obviously, the timing thing was there, but the only thing I regret is, I wish I was, especially before the Islam one, I just wish I was more prepared. I wish I was training more and in a better position. But I do not regret taking them fights because, as I said, that's just who I've always been. And if I wasn't the guy that would take on them challenges and wouldn't do that, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. I'd be just another guy here in Wollongong, Illawarra, that's maybe still playing rugby league and at a lower level, maybe. You know what I mean? But the fact that I am that guy that will challenge myself, that same guy that challenges himself in them moments when so much is on the line, he's still doing that in the gym. That's a guy that turns up in the gym every single day. So, it's easy to look at it in hindsight and be like, that was a silly decision. But that's who I am. And to be honest, people respect that. And I think a lot of people can learn from that as well. A lot of people sit there and be like, don't make silly decisions. You could probably learn both ways, but at the same time, don't be afraid to challenge yourselves. A lot of people thought I did other things that were crazy, and I did pull it off. And you know what I mean. And I put myself in a better position because of that. But again, that same guy turns up in the gym every single day, challenging himself and putting it all on the line in the gym. And I wouldn't be where I am if I wasn't that guy.
This may be a dangerous game, but do you credit what happened against Ilia to the Islam fight? Like, do you think if you just would have gone from the July fight to Ilia, do you think it's a totally different result?
That's a tricky one because Ilia can, I've always known that the only way I lose is if I get caught. That's just how I've always, maybe with Islam, he can take you into deep waters, and then you might be able to have the close fight like we did. There's only very, very few fighters. I don't think anyone in my division that can do that with me, to beat me in a decision, actually beat me. But I've always known everyone can get caught. So I just wish, I think me fighting so soon later, maybe I just didn't get to fight my fight. Doesn't mean he couldn't catch me. It doesn't mean I wouldn't be able to be knocked out. And I was only knocked out because of what happened with Islam. But I mean, I would have been a lot more comfortable and happy with myself if I was able to, fight my fight and, going to camp, not avoiding, contact and, being careful with things and, you know what I mean? So that, maybe you're building habits, maybe you are subconsciously losing confidence that way. You would never been able to, you wouldn't have told me this beforehand. There's no way. So a lot of people are like, your team should have said this and all that, because no one was going to tell me anything. I had it in my head that, trust me, we're good. This is, it ain't going to affect me. And a lot of people were saying that it can rock with your confidence. It can do this, it can do that. And I was sitting there laughing at them pretty much, thinking, yeah, maybe you guys, not me. You know what I mean? And no one could have changed me. So a lot of people are going to be hard on the team, saying it was the team's fault, but let's be real. Everyone knows what I'm like, and at the end of the day, it is going to come down to what I say. Your team are going to do the best they can to tell you otherwise. But everyone knew I wanted that fight, and the team I have around me, they're going to accept the challenges that I'm willing to do and take it on.
Male fighter of the year, Alex Pereira or Ilia Topuria? Some say that those two fights are two of the best in recent UFC history, but what Alex did, incredible, 3 fights, short notice, all that. Who would Volk vote for?
I mean, a few things can't come into play, right? When you're saving cards. Put it this way, if it wasn't Pereira saving cards and putting his belt on the line while he's saving cards, it would be clearly Ilia. You've had 3 defenses, but the 2 that Ilia took out, man, that's and finishing us both. It's hard to say. It's hard to pick against Ilia, to be honest. And I thought it was before the weekend. I was like, how does Pereira not get it? Right? It was pretty clear. But then you go out there and have 2 massive wins like that. While I was champion, you know what I mean? While I was a defending champion, and then Max, while he was still on a tear, you know what I mean? That's pretty impressive, man. You know what I mean? I think that takes over. It's tough for me to say because I was saying probably different last week. I was thinking it couldn't be beat, but now if you think about it, you think of the guys that Ilia beat. I don't know. What do you think?